There we go. All right. John, you recording?
Yeah.
Sweet.
I saw that.
All right. Greetings, everyone. Good morning, afternoon, or evening. I don't know what time you're listening to the greatest podcast that's ever been recorded, but welcome to this one time at summer camp. It is a pleasure to be with you guys. If you're watching us on YouTube, if you're like our one viewer, what's up? How you doing?
Yeah.
So,
Right on.
um, this is a podcast where we just kind of talk. We talk about some stories about camp. We give some cool camp hacks, and really just kind of hanging out because the three of us are real good friends. Personally, my name is Aaron Kollick. I am the former program
Personally.
director of Briarwood and Camp Stony in Texas and New Mexico. So I got my two cohorts here. I've got Jeff and John. Guys, I'm going to give you an amazing get to know you question. This one comes straight from Avery, who's the program director at Briarwood right now. It is one of her favorite get to know you questions. So here it is. So I'm going to ask you your question, then go ahead and introduce yourselves and answer the question. The question is, if you could fill a bathtub with anything, but couldn't gain monetary value from it, what would it be? So I'll go first to give you guys time to
All
think.
right.
Once again, my name is Eric Polwick. Um, if I this is and I stick by this answer. If I could fill a bathtub with anything, but I personally couldn't gain monetary value from it, I would fill it with cans of spam.
Oh God.
Not they have to be canned. I don't just want like a bathtub of spam. That sounds disgusting. But
That'd
canned
be
spam
hilarious.
because for a couple of reasons. One, I would I could eat it whenever I wanted. They last for years and years, but also they're, as I've said before, they're great to donate. And so I could donate it to all sorts of places and they would be so happy. That's just ready to go. Breakfast, lunch, dinner, spam's the perfect meat.
Boom, you got your wings right there.
Oh, see? You're welcome, Jeff. Go to the spam museum.
Gross. All right. I will go next with that disgusting idea. Um, I'm Jeff Thompson. I'm the current program director at Lutherdale, Wisconsin. I also worked at Sugar Creek in Wisconsin. And unsurprisingly, my idea is also food related because I love food. But I would fill it with jello because I've
Sausages.
always wanted to go swimming in jello. And I feel like this is the next best thing. Like, just fill a bathtub
Oh
with
god.
jello.
What
Jello.
what flavor jello?
Ooh,
This could lose viewers, so be
I
careful.
know it could. I feel like I like a good just like strawberry or orange, like nothing too crazy. I feel like both of those are very just like,
So if you filled it with strawberry jello, it's gonna look like a bathtub of blood.
oh yeah, totally, it will.
My gosh, Aaron,
That's what it's gonna look like. It's gonna
this is a
stain.
family podcast.
Yeah, let's go
I feel like
strawberry.
families strawberry. Okay, there you go. All right. John, how about you?
I'm John. I'm John. And I live in the beautiful state of Idaho. I was just up at Luther Heights Bible Camp this last week, checking on things, seeing how they're doing. They're killing it in this whole COVID deal, getting a lot of good projects done at camp. Um, I was the program director there from 14 to, what year is it? 2020. Um, and now I work at a home improvement place.
One more
If you
clue.
want an idea of where I work, there's your clue. Um, sorry, wow, we're having issues with our computers. Some things are cutting out. Um,
Dude, we
but
you
if
know
I
we got video. They can watch you.
right, I froze. Is what I mean. If I could fill a bathtub with anything and not gain monetary value from it,
I swear, if you say
probably fish.
fish,
I would fill it with fish, but I would get like a. Did you guys ever play those magnetic?
Oh
It's
yeah.
like like this big, like the
yeah,
size of a
Yeah.
hockey puck, and it spun around, and you had a little fishing net.
With the like magnet thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
except mine wouldn't be magnet; it'd be real, and it'd be a bunch of little fish. and I'd go fishing in the bathtub.
So you would make an aquarium. That's what you'd make.
Interesting thought there.
Like,
Interesting.
out of what's just happened, yours is easily the most feasible.
What?
I don't know.
Jello?
I feel like you could do Jello.
That would jack
You'd have
up
to
your.
put it outside in the winter so it would set.
Oh, that's true. Or you just turn
Yeah,
your
that's what
AC down.
Oh God, it's so cold.
I feel like you could fill your bathtub up with Spam super easy.
Yeah.
It's so. I guess that's true. I guess all these are doable. I know what we're doing this week, guys. Achieving our dreams. That's what we're doing.
Yeah.
All
Look out,
right.
Walmart pet store.
Walmart pet store. Oh man, my Walmart doesn't have a pet store. Does your Walmart have a
Your
pet
Walmart
store?
sucks.
Does your Walmart have a pet store?
Yeah, dude.
What? Jeff, does yours?
Does our Walmart have a pet store?
Yeah, like fish.
Well, it's like
stuff?
pet, but really it's just a bunch of fish bowls.
I think
Like-
they have like fishbowl stuff, but there's no actual animals in there.
Yeah, there's no
No
fish.
fish?
Yeah,
No.
we don't have fish.
No.
Weird.
I think you're the weird one. If
Yeah, you're
the mi-
you're definitely the weird one.
minority here, John.
Whoa. Excuse me?
If
So
you
we
are
learn-
listening to this, can you tell us, does your Walmart have a pet store in it?
We need to know. Throw it in
Yep.
the comments,
And-
please.
Okay,
Let us-
so let me clarify. It's not like there's no dogs and cats and that kind of. I say pet stores in a loose term. It's just fish.
Okay, we don't.
Still.
Fine. There's no fish in Walmart.
Are you serious?
Yes.
Yeah.
Walmart is boring.
I mean, I don't know if I'd want to buy my pet fish at Walmart. Like,
Be like a knockoff goldfish.
check out this fool's goldfish.
Fool's
All right.
Cost 2 cents.
All right. Thank you guys for your wonderfully creative answers to what you would fill a bathtub with. John, Jeff. I believe you have a camp hack for us.
I do. Yeah. So this hack is has to do with one of my favorite things at camp, and that is fire, because I love fire and starting fires.
Terrifying.
So when I worked at Sugar Creek, we had to start a lot of our own cooking fires. We'd cook everything out on the fire, and many times it would storm and it would rain, and we would be in charge of cooking breakfast for 40 kids over a fire. So we had to get very creative on how to actually make a fire, and I learned a couple tricks that I want to share with you. I'm gonna do my best to describe them. I think I can, easy enough. So the first thing is you always want to make sure you have your dry wood. We'd have it under our shelter, and just pull from the middle if it's wet. Don't take the top stuff. I think that's obvious.
Yeah,
But
never-
then
never.
my favorite thing to do is I would actually take, say it rained all night and you have a wet campfire pit. I would take a few flatter boards and I would lay them down in the water, and then I would build my fire on top of that. So I would use these logs as a base and then just build up from there. So that's kind of like my biggest hack. But then the other thing I always do is I make basically a wind tunnel. So I'll find which direction the wind is going, and I'll put 2 logs on their sides facing the opening towards the wind, because that just helps it. I don't have to tend it as much once it goes. That will help it just catch and burn really well. So yeah, if you ever
That's
have a
amazing.
wet fire pit, just take a couple logs, put them down, and they'll do their thing.
Dude, that's a really good idea. I've never heard of the wind tunnel one. We just used a leaf blower.
Oh god. I guess you can do that too, yeah.
Is that pack well on your backpack?
Yeah. That's, I'm talking about a camp where it's 50 yards behind my house, and they're like, we can't get the fire started. And I'm like, I'll be right there.
I just got back from a backpacking trip, a short one, and that's what I was thinking. Carrying a blower into the backcountry.
If you get one that is the backpack leaf blower, I mean then
Oh,
God. Those are so heavy too.
I know, but they're a lot of fun.
And it sucks too. So then you could put it in the water and catch fish.
Shop vac.
How many fish
Uh,
you catch? Oh no, I shot back like 6.
But then I didn't like him, so I just shot him right back out. Thunk, thunk, like a t-shirt cannon.
oh wow, yeah.
T-shirt can't.
Awesome. Thank you, Jeff. I love that wind tunnel idea though. That's pretty cool. I've done the stacking on. We didn't have puddles in our fire pits, but it'd be like really wet, and so we'd build
Yeah.
like the log cabin style fire and start it from the.
Okay. That's my next big question for everybody. We're talking about fires. Thank you, Jeff, for the hacks. Blah blah blah. What is your method of like? Are you a TP guy or are you a log cabin guy?
Jeff, go ahead.
If I'm strictly cooking, I'll do. I guess I almost always do the same thing. I just the end product looks a little different. So I make it with my wind tunnel. I make it almost a lean-to. So I'll put
Oh,
Okay.
the
some
lean-to, yeah.
yeah. If I'm cooking though, I try and keep it nice and low so I can burn it down faster. But if I want it for like a bonfire, I do my lean-to and then I take longer stuff and build it up around it to make it a teepee
Okay.
on top
Uh-huh.
of it. So
Right.
Mhm.
I don't do just one or the other. I do some sort of combination almost exclusively.
Okay. So you're a teacher's pet. Great. Aaron, what would you do?
I'm more of a TP guy. I like, but I'm kind of with Jeff in that like I like putting like a base down. Like I don't like it putting right on the pit.
Mhm.
So there's something underneath that catches pretty easily, and I just
Yeah.
grab a ton of kindling. But the thing I like about the TP is that it's really easy to make bigger. Very like
Yeah.
instead of having to
Right.
go and place it on, just really just stack it and let it fall against it. And
Yeah.
so um, it worked well for the fires that I build anyway.
I
How
like
about?
teepees because fire burns up.
Mhm.
You start it inside in the bottom, fire builds up.
I like that too.
That's the only reason.
We had
Super easy.
there's whenever we have Hannah, one of our next guests on here, she can tell you she is a
There's a
fire
teaser.
building. She is a fire building connoisseur to a point where she like would teach our counselors how to build fires because she was getting ticked off they didn't know how to build fires properly. So it was very fun.
All right.
Cool. I love it. I love this. What a good digression there. Good job, guys. John, I think it is time for this week's amazing camp story.
All right. That's great. Um all right, so my camp my camp
That's
story.
great.
My camp story. Let's see. I think it was my first. No. I was a program coordinator at camp, so I was still on summer staff, and I was leading a program. And that week we had a group from Minnesota out, actually. Um,
Hey.
yeah, a big group that came out, and a bunch of them went backpacking, and a bunch of them stayed on site at camp. Um, I get pulled aside by one of the adults that came on the group, and she says, "Hey, I don't really know how to broach this subject, but are you telling your counselors not to shower?" Like, yeah, just diving right into it. I was like, "Oh my
Oh.
goodness, I'm sorry, what?" She said, "Well, they're they seem to be talking amongst each other about how long they've gone without showers. Now, I've done this at camp. It's like, oh, I've gone 5 days, I've gone 6 days. Blah, blah. Great. But she's like, a few of your staff members are saying they've gone like weeks without showering. I was like, oh, that's disgusting. um, okay. And she says, but then like those conversations are also getting over into the campers, and they are encouraging the campers not to shower. Now, so kind of preface this a little bit. It's that we've got plenty of water at camp, and there's times built into the schedule where it's like cabin time or time before dinner, after dinner, or later on at night, where you can shower. And one of the things that you have to learn as a counselor is how to really gauge your time and use your time the way that it's needed for the community. And so we say during staff training, here's these times that are, especially with these older kids. And that this group that came out, they were high school and middle school. Plenty of body odor. So it's not like you should really be going a week without showering. But then she says, one of your staff members and a camper actually had an argument because this camper wanted to go shower, and this counselor was like, no, we are not showering, like that's not what we're doing.
Oh gosh.
And okay, I'm like, great. I don't know what to do in this situation. So we've got staff members who say they're not showering for weeks. We've got them encouraging campers not to shower, which, I mean, save water, sure, great. But at the same time, we do have showers and they are available. Please shower. And then going so far as to arguing with somebody because you don't think that they should be showering. So something needs to happen in this situation.
Oh gosh.
What do you do?
Gross. Throw him in the pool and dump lye in there. God. Oh, just a bunch of Dawn soap just squirted in there and be like, just swim for a few minutes. Oh,
Ugh.
gross. I'll go first.
You got
it. Brave.
So I think that would have to be it. Just to clarify, John, it was all of your staff?
It was said to me, all of the staff, but
Okay.
in the end, I mean, it's
Yeah.
we have a small staff, so all of them could be like 3 or 4.
Gotcha. So what I would probably do, and what time of day was this? Like if you had like a daily staff meeting yet, or
at that time it was maybe just before dinner, like within the last hour till dinner.
okay.
Yeah.
Without having to get into details and like without knowing your schedule or your camp culture and stuff, I would find a way to try to meet with the counselors before they're dismissed for the night. And just be like, I need like 5 minutes. If there's other adults on site, be like, hey, we're gonna do like some song time. I might leave a couple of other leadership staff to lead them. That like, at least I feel like they're showering, and or something like that. Some way to keep the kids engaged, and do a quick meeting. Be like, hey, I'm not gonna name names here. I'm not gonna say anything, but an adult just came up and told me this. Guys, and some culture we used to say was our counselors have to STE, which is set the example. And so that was kind of a code word. Like if they're like acting a fool in the cafeteria or something like that, you can walk and be like, hey man, STE. And then they know like, oh crap, I got caught. Like my kids are going to act bad if I act bad. Right, and so be like, guys, we need to STE because this is just basic hygiene. Like I get trying to create camaraderie and stuff, but this is unacceptable. Everybody better be coming in here smelling like flowers tomorrow. I would, after that, assuming that things came out all right after that and everybody took a shower and be like, I need everybody, this has to happen. There's a health code thing. At the end of the week, I would probably have a conversation with that counselor. Be like, hey, so we talked about this in the middle of the week. I didn't want to say anything then. It resolved itself, but we need to talk about this. This is what the adult came and talked to me about. I need you to tell me about that. What happened? And assuming everything is what they said, I would say that's completely unacceptable. Like we're trying to create a comfortable, open space for these kids, and we can't haze them into not showering.
Right.
It's disgusting. I don't know. I don't really see another answer to that for Jeff because I feel like like as far as like getting them to bathe, but that's how I would have to handle it. Be like, this has to happen. If I need
Right.
to come like send somebody to like smell your hair tonight, I will. Like, get it done.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm almost wondering, did you come to Lutherdale last summer? Did you? Because this
Oh,
something very similar happened to us last year. Um,
comes in stages.
One of his
yeah,
counselors went
yeah.
over and
Um,
infiltrated your camp.
it wasn't so much. We just had a group where the kids complained to one of the mothers who was there volunteering for the week that they weren't getting time to shower, and the counselor wasn't letting them shower. Um, so what I would do in this situation, and kind of what I did in my real situation, is that I went and found the cabin leader first. I listened to the concerns. I said, I'll figure out what's going on and I'll take care of it. So I went and found the cabin leader and asked, tell me what's going on. Like, what's happening here? Are your kids getting time to shower? Are you encouraging it? Like, what is actually going on? Um, and if they just don't have enough time or there's like whatever the situation is, whoever's at blame, I just want to know like the truth. I want to hear it from my staff member as well. I would talk to the kids too and just kind of I try and get the whole story so I can address it
Hmm.
properly. Um, and then if it's oh, they just like, the kids don't want to shower, they think it's gross and it's fun not to, then I would encourage them to make a game out of it and say, all right, we're going to do the 2 minute showers. You have 2 minutes to shower and just like see how fast you can do it. And at least gets them in there and gets them started.
Hmm.
Or if it's they just don't want to do it, then you bring up like the importance of hygiene, talk to the staff about being that example, like Aaron said, and doing all of that. But yeah, I don't. That's just a weird situation because you feel like it's common sense. Just bathe. And I know I worked with people that didn't, but they would like take creek showers or lake showers. Like they just wouldn't take a real
Yeah.
shower. But they said, "Oh, I haven't showered all summer." Well, you have bathed. You
Yeah,
just didn't
babe. Yeah.
shower.
Yeah.
So I think even talking with the staff, like, what language are you using? Did you actually not shower, but you
Mm,
have bathed? Because they aren't getting that. So just making
Right.
sure everyone's on the same page with all of it. But yeah,
yeah, that's
that
good.
situation sucks. So what did you do, John?
Yeah. So, like I said, I was only a program coordinator at that time, so it wasn't like I was the big step up and who to talk to about it. But I did pull the one counselor aside that I was told had this argument. Talk to her about it. She said I was frustrated and I might have said something similar, but here's what's really going on. We just didn't have time, and she wanted to shower right before we were going to do something. So it wasn't the time and place for the shower.
Hmm.
Um, but then come to find out, yes, the staff members were waiting quite a while to shower,
Oh no,
and
gross.
so it was at the next staff meeting. We said, we have the opportunity to shower here. If you feel like you're not getting enough time, like come to me with ideas. Like, where can we
Mhm.
build? We're not going to call it shower time, but where can we build shower time into the schedule, so that you or your kids can get this in? Because yes, I mean, we got to set the example.
Mhm.
Two, we are all about hospitality, and it's hard to do hospitality when people won't come within 6 feet of you because you smell bad. Um, but it's also being presentable and being somebody these kids can look up to. And I'm sorry, but if these kids are looking up to you because you're not showering,
That's not right.
Yeah.
let's find some other things that they can look up to you for. Um,
Who
I,
won the contest?
um, I think somebody went like 3 weeks
Oh,
without showering. Um,
the level of grime on their skin
yeah.
had to just be
Now they were a lifeguard, and so they were saying that
Oh,
when I
cheating.
get down to the water, like I jump in and I scrub off with sand or whatever. I'm like, that's okay.
Scrub off with sand.
but
It exfoliates.
like
Nature's so.
you need some. There's other times when you're getting dirty, and I mean, you're doing this like 2 or 3 times a week,
Oh, jeez.
lifeguarding, and there's plenty of other sweat and ick time that you can get dirty. So please shower.
Please shower.
Um, but I will say, after that staff meeting, and by the end of the week, everybody had showered, and I don't think, but I doubt anybody ever went past like 3, maybe 4 days without showering the rest of the summer. Um, but I mean, then I then it was kind of like taking it back. Like, yeah, are we giving them enough time
Yeah.
to feel like they can take care of themselves? Because it's really hard to take care of kids and
Yeah.
to be a part of the program and to run the program if you don't feel like you have enough time to take care of yourself.
Mm-hmm.
And so that was a real kick for me to say, wow, maybe we don't need to be doing everything and scheduling every single minute out for every day. Let's ease back on that. Let's give people some time to take care of themselves. And it kind of eased itself back out through the rest of the summer.
That's good. Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, thank you, John. I will say I did remember a camper who would fake taking a shower. I don't know if y'all ever had that camper. They would go in two separate camps. So in one, we had one where it was like the cabin had its like own bathroom, and so they would go in there and there's a curtain and like a little small like 2 foot by 2 foot area in front of the shower, and then you would step into the stand-in shower. They would turn on the water and just stand in that little 2 foot by 2 foot area and their swim trunks. And then when I heard my co-counselor be like, dude, what are you doing? Like, you're not even in the shower. You've been here 5 minutes. He's like, oh, I just didn't want to. It's gross in there. And then
it's gross in there. Clean your showers.
And then it's because it was brick and he didn't want to stand in a brick shower. And then we had the camp in New Mexico. They were it was like a bathhouse type thing. And so there was like 2 campers. They would go in there and they would turn on the shower, but aim the nozzle down and just stand at the back so the water wouldn't hit them. I was like, what are you doing?
Save water, please.
Yeah.
Gosh, that's so funny.
That's
we were doing like highs and lows at staff meeting. Like, what's your low? I'm like, my kids are little sneaky punks. That's what's my low.
They're getting creative. At least
kids smell bad.
Stinky. Oh yeah. Anyways, awesome. Thank you, John. I appreciate it. To everyone listening, if you have any stories of campers or counselors who refuse to take care of their personal hygiene, we would love to hear about that. And a great way you can tell us is by finding us on Facebook at This One Time at Summer Camp. You can also email us any stories or requests or really anything. If you just want to say hi, we don't care. You can email us at this number one time at summercamp@gmail.com. And we would love to hear from you. We are working on some new ideas to kind of mix things up a little bit and getting some new guests on here. In case you haven't rated us for our podcast, please give us some positive ratings. Give us a thumbs up. Give us a 5-star. Give us a like, whatever you need to do to feel good about yourself on how you rate us positively. If you're going to rate us negatively, just stop. Contact us and let us tell you why you're wrong about your negative feelings about our podcast. And I feel like we're very persuasive people. We all had to sell camp to a bunch of college kids and be like, hey, you want to hardly get paid and take care of dozens of kids at a time? Come on down. And we did it, guys. We did it. So, guys, is there anything else that you would like to say? Anything you would like to announce? Any just public service announcements?
I have an announcement.
Okay, let's hear it, John.
I caught a fish when I was hiking.
That's so cool. It's less of an announcement, more like a day in the life of John.
You're welcome.
Hello.
What up?
Jeff, you've never
Can you
looked
say hello? Yeah,
Hello.
you're on the internet now.
You're famous.
I like your dress.
They like your dress. Who is that? Is that Peppa Pig?
Who's on your dress?
Yeah, is that Peppa Pig?
Oh,
Peppa Pig. Isn't she British?
Yeah, Peppa Pig is British.
You're supporting the monarchy,
My
Jeff. How
daughter
dare you?
calls
are you
the
bringing
garage
up
the
nationality
garage.
right now?
Garage.
Oh, talking in the microphone. Good
Oh,
job.
look at her! Look at her!
Are you talking in the microphone?
Isn't that fun?
That's
It is fun.
amazing.
I did have one other thing I wanted to add though.
You are nothing right now. It's just your daughter on the screen.
It's okay.
And
I'm
it's
here
great.
too.
There you go.
We're both here. It's hard. Hang on. I don't know how to get rid of the background, but so we're almost at 1,000 listens.
Oh,
We are at
my.
943. So I'm thinking that if the day this comes out, so Tuesday, as you're listening to this on the day of, if we can get to 1,000 listens, we're gonna do something special. I don't know what
Yes.
yet, but I'm challenging you to give us 57 listens in one day.
57 listens in one day, or just before the next podcast is recorded.
When this comes out, like on that Tuesday, I
Oh.
want 57 listens in one day, and
We'll
we're gonna
do
do
this.
something
All right, I
amazing.
Believe in the people.
We'll share it. All three of us will share it individually. You'll get to see Emmy on there and hear from her. But I want something amazing to happen. I don't know what yet.
I don't know.
Maybe we'll do like a
We're gonna
live recording next.
A lot. I don't know how to do. Oh, like go Facebook Live.
Yeah, something.
Oh,
We'll do like a Facebook Live questionnaire where you can give us all of your questions.
a Q&A.
think-
That's brilliant.
Or Aaron eats a bathtub full of spam.
Ooh, that's a good idea. Emmy
That's
wants to
just gonna
talk
be
again.
Disgusting to watch. I'm gonna tell you.
What are you gonna say, Emmy?
Emmy, she can't hear me.
She can't. Can you sing "Twinkle Twinkle Little Star"?
Ooh.
No. You want to see
Yeah.
your ABCs?
Say I love this one time at summer camp.
Can you say "I love this one time at summer camp"?
No.
Well, you heard it
found
here,
our-
folks.
I
She
found-
doesn't love this one
Found the
time at
person
summer
who
camp.
disliked our. I found the person who gave us the negative review on our podcast.
Sorry, that was my daughter.
It was your daughter, Jeff. The ultimate betrayal.
All
Yep.
because you made her eat her veggies.
Yeah.
Hamlet over there.
That's what I do. All right, that's
Anyways,
all I got.
guys.
Thank you all.
All right, everybody. We hope to see 1,000 likes on Tuesday. My name is Aaron. That's Jeff. That's John. Say bye, everybody.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.